Latino voters are moving away from Joe Biden in droves. Now, this is a shock poll that just came out. This is from the Wall Street Journal. This is what they're finding. They're finding that 37% of Hispanic voters would support a Democrat for Congress, while 37% would support a Republican for Congress if the election were held today, with 22% undecided. Now, this is really, really shocking. And by contrast, look, Democratic House candidates received more than 60% of the Democratic vote of the Hispanic vote in 2020. So this is really major, folks. And this is what I've been trying to tell you guys for years and years and years. Latino voters, Black voters, LGBT voters, all of these people, these used to be a very reliable Democratic voting bloc. But these things are changing, and I think that you will see as we head into the midterms and as we head into the next national election, you will see this stuff starting to shift. Now, why do you think that Hispanic voters are starting to move away from Democrats? And this is what I personally believe. Number one, if you want to talk to a more there's not a more hardcore conservative group in this country, I think, than Cubans, because Cubans know they've seen socialism, communism, all of that other stuff. But even further than that, I think that Hispanic voters were not sort of falling in line with that victimhood stuff that Democrats use on Blacks, that they use on LGBT people, etc. Hispanic voters are more traditional, they are more socially conservative, they're entrepreneurs, business owners, etc. And them, like a lot of us, are saying that the Biden administration and these policies are not good for business. And also, their policies on the border are terrible. And there is this idea among people on the left that Hispanics are just all about open borders and all about throwing open the borders. But that is not necessarily true at all. You've got a lot of people that are in these border states and in these border areas that are heavily Hispanic that are going for Republican local leaders. So this poll that is coming from the Wall Street Journal, I think that this is the first of many that we will see, and we're going to start seeing a major shift of Latinos from Democrats to Republicans. We have been seeing this for a really long time, but I think that in the coming election seasons, it will be even more obvious than it was before.